Hi there, my name is Grimith. Welcome to a channel update for February 2024. The channel didn't have a whole lot of activity between the summer of last year and now, but we got it. We have activity. It happened. We have Reign of the Star Kings. I have told 9 stories in the Chronicle, the saga. Had a bit of a break to recharge my creative juices. Blake being the last one, but I do intend to tell more stories with Reign of the Star Kings, continuing the saga of House Ravenor. Laid back, you don't really even have to look at the video if you just want to pull up something to listen to if my voice soothes you for whatever godforsaken reason. And I've heard so many comments about this over the years that it simply must be true at this point, that my voice is a sedative. It's incredible, really. It's not something I longed for when I was a child, but you know, sometimes life presents doors, and then you walk through them. Ta-da! Perhaps the biggest feature, though, has been the Enshrouded I have done with Lethal Feline Zerfall and Mysterious JG. We've recently done yet another episode of that. Enshrouded came out recently. The game is currently in early access. We are enjoying our time with it to varying degrees. Zerfall the most, and Lethal Feline really enjoying the game as well. When I'm awake for the sessions, have been alert enough to make observations, which is pretty handy. I don't know how many more sessions we have in that before we've plumbed the depths of early access content, or at least enough for me to be tired of the video game. But yeah, group adventures. Likely you have found other means to consume Enshrouded content given the game's exploding popularity and quite recent release, but it's there as an avenue, an option, an opportunity for you to pursue, and will remain present for so long as we are continuing this initial foray into Enshrouded. I don't know what we might do after we are done with Enshrouded. I'm not in any rush to pitch and suggest more games. The last one I suggested to the group ended up being Strange Brigade, which Lethal Feline ended up recording without being fully cognizant of it, though everyone else was, and he uploaded it to his channel. You can easily click on one of these videos, and Lethal Feline should be highlighted for you and end up at his YouTube channel, and watch that. That was my last suggestion to the group, and it was a game. It was certainly a game. But the real prime feature, which has happened this month, has been Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. A video for that has been going up daily, confounding past Grimith with this concept of daily publishing and scheduling. It was really something I did not enjoy, the concept of recording in advance, publishing things at a regular level. I'm like, here's what I got. You watch this at your own leisure and pace, and that way you can be the most up to date on things, and provide the most relevant feedback on situations. But I've changed my attitude and stance and approach over the 14 fucking years I have been doing this. I founded this YouTube channel on March 18th, 2010, but I started doing Let's Get On With It Adventures on March 5th, 2010. That's right. We're near the 14-year anniversary. So yeah, it's been plenty of time for me to change my stance, my attitudes, my approach, my ideas, my thoughts, my theories, my considerations, my voice. I'm just hitting third puberty. It's great. Sometimes the voice cracks, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's what needed to happen. If I grow any more body hair, I will be a full-blown chia pet, let me fucking tell you. At any rate, Vampire the Masquerade Redemption is going to continue daily until its conclusion, which I suspect will be in mid-March. I don't know how many bonus videos for the series I might do. I've got a couple in mind, as an the literal couple, two. More may come, or I might chuck one or even both of those into the ether. I've been enjoying the experience. I do heartily recommend it. You might not be that into vampires or that into vampire stories, but that's okay. The game's got charm and also features quality irritations from me reflecting upon elements of the video game, such as pathfinding. I am enjoying doing the series. I have not played the game for quite some time, and really just feels good to be in front of a microphone and speak and convey thoughts while playing a video game and not breaking down. That's been pretty good, actually. We might even keep this going, turns out. And I tell you what, we've just very super recently had a broadcast here on twitch.tv/Grimith. Mortal Glory 2! That's right, Mortal Glory 2, the sequel to Mortal Glory. You may be familiar with that. If I punch in Mortal Glory, we can show off the run of this I did. A fantasy-themed tactical roguelike game about recruiting a team of gladiators and pitting them against brutal competition in a blood-soaked tournament. Mortal Glory 2 has not been officially released as of this update video, but I have been given access to do whatever the hell I want with it, without any request that I put in, and I have elected to do whatever the hell I want with it. My first run was this broadcast, and I'm going to be doing more of it. Absolutely. Guaranteed. So you can experience that and maybe even nothing else, nothing further on twitch.tv/Grimith, because there hasn't been a whole lot of activity here either, and I've reflected on that in, like, the end-of-year update, I do believe. As a reminder, there's a Discord server where absolutely nothing fun can happen for you at discord.gg/Grimith. You can punch that in. It's a hyperlink that'll spirit you away. An artifact left over from back when I was a Discord partner for a few years. The other thing I need to do, and oh boy, look at how well I rambled. Wow. You can tell my enthusiasm, my energy, and the fact that I got shit to talk about. Huzzah. Is, update video insults, which are not actually insults. They're shoutouts. Everyone knows this to be true. So many fools continue to give me money. Thankfully, that number has gone down over the months. People have satisfied whatever quota has been required for them to feel like, huzzah, I did this thing for him. Yay. I can go on about my life. I can finally spend it on something that really matters more, like ice cream. Or yogurt if you prefer. I mean, I like both. So we have this. We have Applejack, Zachary McKinley, Tiny Shopkeeper, Kalen, Pork and Beans, Necro Lotu, Chris Van Beers, Abhorson, Cast Iron Dude, Putero, Nexus Nemesis, Magenta Wolf, Luke Butkus, Zier, Shaman, Crazy MLC, Alexi Zalo, Green Doom Guy, Maxwell Damage, Zoran, Trash Panda 420, my... You motherfucker. My dear friend, Otaku Shout, Dan Taku, who has featured in a number of collaborative series I have shared on my YouTube channel over the years. I met him on the Microsoft-owned streaming platform Beam in December 2016, which then became Mixer, which then became a part of Facebook Gaming. He doesn't broadcast anymore, but he has recently discovered the joys of changing his Patreon display name, and he had just popped into the start of my Mortal Glory 2 broadcast to reflect on his excitement for this update video insult I would be delivering, and I was like, yeah, I bet you are reflecting on how I'll say that you're always right, or some such. Little did I know, because I don't read the names. I'm like, these are these tiers to qualify for the update video insult. Good. Separate them into Notepad++ and get on with it. But here we are, my ginger banshee. Okay. You know what? Should I provide some context for that? Sure. Fuck it. So, we'll continue with the list of shout-out/insults in a moment. So, it's really one of those you had to be there. The Total War Warhammer franchise. 1, 2, and 3. He and I have played all of those games together. I can't recall whether we ever broadcasted any of it. Maybe 2. We did a lot of Total War 3 Kingdoms, and we did some Total War Attila, but maybe not the Warhammers. And in Total War Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2, I made use of a lot of hero actions. I like the undead. I don't think that's any surprise given the theme of the channel and who I am as your local necromancer, or international necromancer, whom some monsters can say. And one of the heroes in the Warhammer repertoire is a Banshee. And I would say many profane things to and about and concerning and regarding my Banshees when they failed to execute hero actions. I have an entire lexicon, a litany, a liturgy, a smorgasbord, a multitude, a myriad, a throng, a swarm, a legion of profane words I would use to describe my intense displeasure with these Banshees. And then I settled on cunt. So, Banshee ended up becoming a euphemism for that, and so to read my ginger Banshee here. Yeah, I guess you had to be there, huh? Well, anyway, now you got that. That is Grimith lore. That is not in any recorded series. My ginger Banshee. God damn it, I couldn't even say that with a straight face. Augusto de Oliveira, Eric Adams, Eroding Sun, RM Lightning, Brandon Schneider, Azure Rain, Alowin 1980, Dark Blue One, and Tangled String. I appreciate the foolishness you folks have chosen throughout this time to open up furnaces and insert your cash. Now, wholly unnecessary, you have received practically nothing for it, although I suppose in my friend Dan's case, the pleasure of getting that initial reaction, as I now consider whether I want to chop this video apart. No, we'll let it go. No, why not? That's that. There we go. If you too can experience the joys of changing your Patreon display name to completely fuck with me, though, if there's something I really shouldn't be reading, like into a live microphone, though your mileage will vary, because, you know, I've said a lot of things into a hot microphone over the past 14 years. And that whole part of changing thoughts and considerations for, you know, has also included things I should say. But we greenlit that one. Anyway, that's been Let's Get On With It for February. What do you have to look forward to in March? Vampire the Masquerade, some Reign of the Star Kings, Mortal Glory 2 live broadcasts, anything else? Are up to whims. Capitalism Lab is still remaining. Once I get over now a mental block that exists in my head, I will be able to sit down and get through missions of that without just breaking down. That's good. That's good. That's good. We're growing and evolving and maturing, and we will manage to hit the 15-minute time limit. But once upon a time, YouTube videos had 10-minute time limits, which could be like 10:58, 10:59, and then it expanded to like 15-minute time limits, like 14:58, 14:59. But so many folks are just using YouTube for the first time, and 10 hours of they're taking the Hobbits to Isengard. Ugh, I'm YouTube old now. Gross. Take care, everyone.